We live? Did you press the button? There we go.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning. So, welcome everyone to the Dark Roast. If you don't know by now, I'm Donna Stroll, and I'm here with my lovely and talented co-host Rose. We are today. Our big deal is gonna be talking about the tools that we use, the things we wish we had known at the beginning, because a lot of this stuff is things that helped streamline stuff, or saved us some money or any of those kinds of things. And so we thought this would be a good opportunity to share the ones that we liked the most.
Yes.
Yeah. So I kind of broke it down a bit in terms of like sections of what they do. So I figured the first one, because this is the one we do a lot, and this is kind of the background bread and butter. So that would be your posting, your tracking, and your sales. Okay. So one that I've got on here, and I started using this originally. Now, Go High Level does a lot of this as well. But when you're first starting out, Metricool, which is a free tool. It's a scheduler, but it provides a lot of analytics for you to be able to look at, and you can schedule across multiple platforms. You can set up separately so that maybe you don't want one of your posts to go to say Pinterest or TikTok or whatever, but you do want it on the Meta platforms. So you can schedule it so it's that way. It shows you a lot of your time of days and stuff like that when your people are most, so you can schedule accordingly. Now, the free version allows you to schedule out 50 per month.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and all the analytics it gives you are free as well. So it gives you some really good information, and it also does your website. So it also posts the metrics on your website. So say you wanted to do blog posts or something on your website, you can also track that as well, which is really nice. And like I say, for free, it's a pretty decent freemium program. Obviously, you can upgrade. Like most of these, a lot of the ones that we're providing to you have free options with upgrades available. So just a heads up on that. They're not all free, but it doesn't matter, right? Some of them, because so if you find something that works, you want to put the money into it anyways. But it's always nice if you can try it out first and see. So like with Metricool, it works really well because you can upgrade later when you need more expansive, right? If you want it.
Love it. And one of my favorites, of course, is Repurpose. So Repurpose is an automation tool designed for anybody really to streamline across different platforms. So it's a great way to automate repurposing video and audio content across TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram. Like there's a bunch of them. I typically use it for YouTube, TikTok, and Meta, and then of course Pinterest. But basically, it allows you to set up workflows, connect your channels, create templates even. And then if, let's say, your main platform is Instagram, which mine is, right? Anything I post to my Instagram will auto share to Facebook because they're joined by Meta, but will also auto share to my TikTok, my Pinterest, my YouTube, etc., because I have those workflows set up. So you can set the workflows up however you want. You can have it auto post or post within a certain number of hours, or you can even schedule it out yourself. So there's lots of really cool ways to use it. It does have a free option that limits how many you can do, of course, and then it has a paid option, which is a yearly subscription. But for everything it can do, it's really, really cheap.
Which is nice, right? Like it's good that you can have that. The next one, we both use this one, which is Go High Level. And this is really an all encompassing marketing automation platform. So it really does everything. You can build out websites and blogs. You can schedule your stuff. It's designed to help businesses and marketing agencies streamline their marketing efforts. You can build funnels in it. You can build courses in it. You can set up all your products and whatnot. You can download use it for downloading. You can schedule out your email workflows. You can do SMS on it. Like it's a whole crap ton of stuff, right? So, and it does have like a trial period, but even like the low end is like $97 a month, I think. Um, and it can go up higher than that depending on what you need it for, but even the low end is not bad. It gives you quite a bit of stuff for you to be able to work with, and you can link up all your payment processors and easy enough with that. And so, for building out funnels and stuff, especially when you're first starting out, it's a good way to do that. It really is. I mean, it's just an all-in-one marketing tool that you can use, right? And it has a lot of plugins that you can add, put a bunch of other stuff into it. So.
Yeah, and it's nice because like when I first started, it was you had to pay 97 a month to ClickFunnels, and then you had to pay 15 a month to an autoresponder, and then it was like extra, extra, extra. Whereas this is all in one, which is really convenient.
Yeah, it's
And
really
it
nice.
does a lot.
Yeah, because that really cuts down on having multiple tools. And I know that the other ones are building out and trying to do that as well. But I mean, they even have a calendar function so that you can schedule your calls or whatever and stuff like that, which is nice. Another one that's similar to that, but not quite as robust, but still fairly excellent, is System.io.
Yeah,
Have you used that one?
I have. I like System.io.
Yeah, me too. It's a pretty good one. It does a lot of that as well, like funnels and emails, and courses, and you can do upsells and downsells and all that sort of stuff that you like to, when you're building out your affiliate things, that you can use. It. What else does it have? Yeah, you can track your information. Obviously, They also have like a limited affiliate marketing, like the programs that you can join through them. That not necessarily just theirs, but other ones that you can actually go through the list and sell them through they're already set up under System.io, so it really doesn't take much for you to get the information. It's free, and with free you get I think it's 3 funnels, one email campaign, one course. Like you can set up one course. So that's not terrible when you're first starting up. And then it goes up to like a $27 a month for the first tier. And then it goes up to like 97, I think, is the maximum. I don't know if they've changed their prices recently, but I mean, still really not a bad tool, very all encompassing as well, especially if you don't need a lot of the other marketing tools that Go High Level has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Get Response is another similar one. So it's an email website funnel builder. It has a ad function as well, so you can link it automatically to Facebook and Instagram ads, and you can run ads through it, which is kind of cool. And their autoresponder is really, really easy to use. I kind of like their autoresponder because they do it in a calendar format instead of just a list. So like you can make sure that like the day you think you're sending it is actually the day, and you rearrange it and stuff like that, and save templates and everything like that. So it's a good one as well. I want to say it's $17 a month for multiple. Sorry, someone's got opinions this morning for multiple funnels and whatnot, or multiple websites, but it's a great one to use as well.
She apparently really likes Get Response.
Apparently.
Some other really just These ones I wouldn't say they're more like just convenience tools like Linktree. I know that there's a Stand Store, which is similar but not similar to Linktree. Linktree is really, it's just a place for you to have all your links in one place. Um, and so you're sending people to one place instead of, a bunch of different places, especially when you have different levels of whatever it is you're promoting, or maybe you have um, stores that deal with like, we'll go back to the physical products, like we talked about last time, like say cooking. So you could have one to your cooking class, and then one to the tools that you use, and maybe one to your I don't know, cookbook or whatever. Like you can have it all set up like that. You can put it all together so that you're not sending people to a bunch of different places, which is kind of nice. And they do have a free version. Again, there's limited. You can't. It limits how you can set it up in terms of like the personalization level that you can. So you can't make it necessarily look as pretty as you want, but you can work pretty well with what they give you, a pretty broad palette to work with. They limit some of your links, like you can only have so many links that might be featured or something like that. But overall, it's actually pretty good. Even their free version is pretty good. Um, and then Bitly, which is just basically a URL shortener, which is great if you're an affiliate marketer, right? Because
Yeah, for sure.
you can reduce the length of your links, but you can also personalize them too, which is
Yeah.
super nice.
And you can use Bitly in conjunction with Linktree too.
Yep. Yep. I mean, a lot of these work together, right? Like, I mean, if you're gonna, depending on what you're using, like you say, Bitly will work with any of those other ones. Your System IO will work, with your maybe your email or your hosting provider or whatever. Like depending on how you want to work it, right? I know that
Yeah.
Go High Level is integrated with WordPress. Most places are, so you can build out pretty easily if you already have a WordPress. I know that they are looking to add in Wix as well, and I think System.io is also adding Wix as like if you've already got a website set up that you can just connect them, so it's easier. The next one I want to talk about is keywords and SEO.
Yes. Super, super important, as we talked about before.
Yes. So the first one I want to answer the public, right? It's there for everyone. It's pretty simple. Um, if you've got a question or if you've got a niche, you can literally just type it in and it will give you what people are actually searching for, which is super helpful, right? Because then you know how to narrow it down a little bit. They do provide a lot more information than that. Um, but that is the big one. Like it'll spit out the questions that people are asking or the things that people are saying, so that it really helps you narrow down when you're doing your SEO. You can pull your keywords out of that, and also narrow your niche down based on what people are asking about it. And the free account, you get 3 free searches a day, which is, not terrible. I mean, it's not a ton, but it's still not bad if you're very, cautious about it, because the amount of information that you get for each one is, fairly big. So,
Yeah, it's awesome. Keyword surf is another one, right? It's an extension that shows you related searches and keywords, and gives you value for advertising purposes. Um, you want to really, especially for like Instagram and whatnot, you want to look at keywords that aren't overused, or extreme high value, or there's not a lot of competition for it. But you don't want something that's zero value either. Like you don't want to be recreating keywords, right? So it lets you niche down without getting lost in the ocean, essentially.
yeah. And another one is Live Keyword by BIQ. This is another extension that you can add, and it does a lot of the similar things that Keyword Server does in terms of showing you, the value of your keywords. It also provides some alternates. I find that the main difference between the two of them is Keyword Surfer will give you a value number, so like 1900 or whatever. Live Keyword actually gives you the cost. So if you're for advertising, it will actually show you the cost of what it would be to use that for advertising, and both of them are free.
Love it.
Yeah.
For video, vidIQ is one that I absolutely love for YouTube. So vidIQ is a YouTube scoring and assistance app. So you get, I think, 3 free AI captions a month, and then, or it's either a month or a week, I'm not positive which. And then it can write descriptions for you or help you write descriptions. It can help with thumbnail creation as well. But again, for this, the free, it is limited. If you want to pay, those are unlimited. But it also kind of gives you an overall score of how good your SEO is or how findable it is. And then you can also search keywords with that.
It's nice that it's like a combined tool.
Yeah, it's awesome. It'll also kind of show you like your views for over the year, like, you know, your trends, stuff like that. So there's a lot of analytics for the free, but there's way more with the paid, obviously.
Usually there is, but I mean, that's the whole point, right? You find tools that you like, and then you're willing to put more money into it. But having to put the money in first, or after 14 days, which a lot of times, or 7 to 14 days, which a lot of times is not enough time to really see if it's a tool that's going to be useful for you in the long run. But, you know, that's why we did the testing for you.
Exactly.
I see you got another one on here that I've heard you talk about before, is the Clarity.
Yes, Clarity.Microsoft. I love Clarity. So Clarity.Microsoft it's not an extension, it's just a site. It's completely free. And essentially what happens is you link it to your website and it will show you real-time data of what your customers are looking at. So let's say you've driven, 100 links to your website, but no one's purchased. Well, you can go look at your website and get the heat map and see, are they even scrolling down to the bottom? Is there important information that you put at the bottom that maybe no one's finding? And so you need to put it to the top. And it kind of gives you an idea of how to lay out your website to make it optimal. It'll also show you if there's any parts of the website where customers think that they're supposed to click. And so they try to click it and nothing happens. Or there's a button that they click and the button doesn't do what it's supposed to do. So it'll show you the dead clicks. It'll show you the rage clicks, which is one of my favorite metrics.
What is that? When people go
yeah, when they're like, something's supposed to do something, or they think it's supposed to do something and it's not doing it, so they're hitting it over and over again. Which I'm a rage clicker, so I love that that's a metric. But again, it kind of tells you, like, if this is my important information, this is where I need to have it, and then maybe my less important information can go down here. So it is a fantastic tool for building out a website.
Wow. They really like it too.
So we all got opinions today.
You already heard me barking this morning before we even got online. So back to the images and video and content creation and editing and all those good things. I mean, there's the obvious number one, which is Canva. If you don't know what Canva is yet, go, if you're trying to do content creation and you need images, Canva's really, really simple. They've made it so that it's super easy. Now, some people will say, I've seen people bitch about Canva, especially graphic designers bitch about Canva. But the reality is not everybody's a graphic designer, right? And when you are first starting out, or when you are, running most of your stuff on your own, maybe you can't afford to go and get a graphic designer to do all that stuff for you right now. And that is 100% okay. As a designer, I understand that, right? It's an expense that you will factor in when you're ready for it. But until that time, you have tools like Canva, which allow you to really do a drag and drop interface. You can build things out. They've got some tutorials to help you. There's tons of tutorials and people, especially Instagram and YouTube, where you can get some really cool little design help to get you moving and to build out things that maybe you really like, something that you saw. And it's free. They have a free version. It does limit a lot of what you can use in terms of images and video and all of that sort of stuff, but you can certainly work around it. And they have the option of buying a one-off if you really like a video, but normally you don't want to pay the amount for it, because I think it's like $14.99 a month now. which I think for the amount of stuff that's giving to you is really not that bad. Especially when, people are like Adobe Creative Cloud. Well, that's great, but Adobe Creative Cloud is $20 a month. And it just
Yeah.
pisses me off that I can't buy it outright anymore. That just makes me so frustrated. Because yeah, like I want to use your tools. I don't want to pay a subscription. I will pay the $2,000 to get the full program. Just give it to me now.
Canva's also put in a lot of work integrating AI. So there's a lot of AI stuff you can do with it now too.
Yeah, I'm not super sold on the Canva AI, but you know what? It's free, or it's easy enough. It's a good starting point, right?
Yeah.
So, and yeah, it's really versatile and good for beginners, especially, and people who just aren't super creative, because we are all creative in our own ways, and not all of us translate to visual. So,
Yeah. Video though, CapCut is my jam. I love Cap. I know you love CapCut too. One of the things I started doing CapCut recently that I'm absolutely loving is you
oh,
can extract. Oh, did you
we
lose
have a
me?
pause. Um,
Am I here? Am I back?
CapCut is fantastic.
Oh,
Oh, there we go. We're back.
I'm back.
Yep.
Yay!
So
Um,
anyway, you got stopped.
Gotcha. So CapCut lets you extract audio. So if you have like a really good voiceover you've done, or like really good information about your product or your service or whatever it is, but you don't want to keep reposting the same video, you can pull that audio onto a new visual. And then, yeah, you're posting the same information, but the visuals at least changed up. And I've been using that a lot with like my Ice Wellness knowledge shares and whatnot, because it's just an easy way to get some quick video creation done, but and share the message without reposting the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, your videos are getting really awesome. I'm like, this looks like a commercial.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah, and I mean, they've got effects, and you can trim your videos. You can transcribe it and do transcription editing. Now, I will say for me, the transcription editing, every time I upgrade, it doesn't work for me anymore.
Oh
So goofy.
no.
But I think that's because I'm going from pro to, like, when I upgrade, that was a pro feature, and now they've actually made it a free feature.
Ah,
But it's a limited free, so I don't know if there's some issue there, or if it's just because my system is ancient and it's like, no, we can't do this anymore. So I'm just like, that's fine.
fair
I
enough.
just won't upgrade. Now the upgrade for CapCut is super cheap.
Yeah.
It's like $8 a month. Um, and for the amount of everything that you get when you upgrade, if you're going to be doing any kind of video editing or creation, right? Like, you can do video creation as well for your shorts, your long videos, all of that sort of stuff. It is the $8 is definitely something that I would say would be worth the investment. Like, the two visuals that I would say are worth the investment to me are Canva and CapCut.
Yeah.
And Canva, you don't even have to if you don't want to, right? Because you can get those images and those videos from other areas like Pexels and Pixabay,
Yep.
right? So,
CapCut also has a lot of really good templates. It's got a lot of really good filters now that I've been finding. And two of the things it has I really like are the teleprompter setting and the camera lock setting. So you can set it to always make it look like you're looking at the camera, which is really, really beneficial
is that a
for.
new thing?
No, it's not a new thing. It's just not one that a lot of people know about, which is why I wanted to bring it up.
I
It's
had
in the
no idea.
expand menu.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna have to
Um,
figure that one out.
yeah, the other thing I've used it for that I actually did like is a AI advert. So you can type in your transcript and it'll create and give it the images or videos that you want, and it'll create an AI like a series. It's like 9 of them to choose from, or you can redo them, and then from there you can change the voice. It'll do the animated, like you see in a lot of the videos now, like the animated person at the bottom that's actually talking about it. That's AI, and that does it for you in that as well. It's not infallible. Sometimes it'll populate, but your AI character isn't actually moving, so they're doing the voiceover, but they're like this the whole time. Uh, So it's not perfect by any means, but there's a lot of tools in there to play around with that really like can make it look like really professional content
Yeah.
with minimal effort.
Yeah. And I mean, again, it's another one where there's plenty of how to's. Whenever you're stuck, you can just pop onto YouTube, and because YouTube is amazing. It has all the information. You just have to might sift a little bit just to make sure that you're getting what you actually need. Um, and for the AI, uh, especially for AI images, you've got playground.com and leonardo.ai. There's tons of other ones. I mean, obviously, there's Midjourney, which is really super popular. One that I'm seeing amazing images coming from, especially for realistic imagery, is Flux.
Mm-hmm.
Super amazing. Um, they're just art generators, and they allow you to just create art, something more specific. Like say you're doing a blog and you want to you look for an image and you're like, man, this is like nothing, none of this is working for me. You can create your own, right, which is really nice. Or maybe you're setting, is it me that's
Oh,
sucking so
you're
bad?
back. You're back. Lost you for a second, but you came back.
I am like directly attached to the internet. I'm not even on Wi-Fi anymore. I should not be dropping out. But so I find that that's both of them are really good. Like Playground, I think you get 30 images for free. I don't know what Leonardo is, but I think it's around the same. Usually they give you about 30 or so for free. I know Playground has like different engines or different styles, like preset styles that you can go through and use, which makes it super easy as well. Um, so I really like those. And then also in the AI, then you've got your textual AIs, which is like ChatGPT or Claude, um, Gemini, which have not seen amazing stuff from, but
Me neither.
ChatGPT, yeah, no, I haven't seen a lot from that. But people are usually torn between Claude and ChatGPT. It just depends on how you set it up. And like any kind of AI, what you put into it is what you're going to get back out, right? So garbage in, garbage out. It's always good to see if you can get some support, join communities that do prompting and stuff like that to help you really teach you how to use it better.
Yep.
But it's a pretty good tool. And then it's great for even just brainstorming. Like I have an idea, but I really don't know what I want to do about it. You can give it to ChatGPT or Claude, and it can pump back some information for you and some ideas and things you might not have even considered. It can give you a bunch of titles or topics so that you can maybe write out your blogs on that or do your content. It can provide content scheduling for you to give you an idea. And you can say, I want it for these 4 platforms, and it will give you the different styles and like image suggestions that you might want to use or anything like that. It won't write it for you, right? But it will give you the outline that you need, and then you can go forth and carry it on from there. Um, Drafting your emails, again, you're going to have to clean it up and make it personal, but it's a good way to give you an email sequence, and then you can write it out, or you can ask it to write it out, but then you can edit it to make it actually more you. Um, if you're asking it for information, double check your information. All right, because it's limited, right? It's going to gather its information from all over the place, and depending on how much back and forth casual conversation, it literally might just provide stuff that's like way out there and very confusing, or it may sound right but it's not. And a good way to check that is Perplexity. Perplexity will it's just a site that will allow you to basically fact check your AI.
Nice. Love it. Oh, that's funny. And then, of course, one of our favorites, because we're coming to you from it right now, is StreamYard. So, StreamYard is great. You get one channel for the free. Now, I will say Facebook kind of shot StreamYard in the foot and made it a little bit impossible for you to stream into groups or onto pages, unfortunately. I think it's just Facebook's way of trying to crack down on the scammy marketers and all the negative feedback they were getting. But you can still stream to your page, obviously, as we are right now. You can stream to your Instagram and your YouTube, and I think a couple other channels that I don't have.
So I have it on Insta and YouTube and Facebook, and I'm trying to think of what else it allows, but there is, I mean, there are other places I think you can do it
Yeah.
too. Um, and honestly, if you're live streaming directly to your page, if you have a group, you can just automatically tell it to post on there too. Like it will require a little bit of extra effort on your part to put it in there, or you can just, share it when it's done or whatever, so that it goes live in your group. So it's not as immediate, but whatever, it works, right?
Yep. Yep.
Now,
And then, oh, good.
I was just going to say they're not super cheap, um, right? But I mean, it's a pretty good tool for what it does, and it is. I found that with Loom, because a lot of people will use Loom, that it jitters a lot. Like whenever I'm trying to watch a Loom educational thing, it stops so much constantly, and I'm like waiting for it to catch up and waiting for it to catch up. Zoom is another one that a lot of people use in terms of the video.
Yeah.
So,
Which Zoom actually has a lot of AI integration that a lot of people are not aware of.
Yeah, I decided I stopped using Zoom. But I mean, their free version allows you to go 40 minutes, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's not terrible either, right? So, and Zoom integrates the same as with all these other ones. So that's helpful as well.
Yep. Yeah, I use Zoom to record all of my Wellness Wednesday videos,
Oh,
and
really?
then I edit it in CapCut from there. The nice thing about the StreamYard thing, obviously, is instead of having to go to our individual Facebook pages and download the video, we can download it straight from the dashboard, so that when we post these back to our YouTube channels, the Dark Roast YouTube channel, check it out, follow us, subscribe, all that jazz. The sooner we can monetize, the sooner we can start designing awesome coffee cups. Just had to throw it out there.
Absolutely.
But it's just made that a whole lot easier. And then also, you could have two people. So Facebook, I'm sure there's a way to do it, but I'm not figured out with Facebook how to actually invite another host to be on screen with me. Whereas with StreamYard, obviously we can.
You can. I know you can because I did it with Brian once.
Yeah. I know how to do it from my phone. I don't know how to do it from my desktop. And if you've scheduled an event, it's even harder. Like I had that problem with a friend. We were trying to go live in the ice bath group, and it was like, okay, well, I can't even figure out how to get you in here. So we're just gonna we made it work, but not the way we wanted to.
I think for like if you're going to do like a webinar where you want a lot of guests and stuff like that, and you want to be able to show them, I feel like Zoom might be the better option for that, because it is definitely more expensive to do it through StreamYard.
Yeah,
because you need to upgrade to their webinar level, whereas Zoom, it's part of the process, so it's not as bad.
Just can't go over your time.
Yeah. So it depends. I mean, it really depends on what you're doing and how it's going to work for you. So that's really all of that. Now, I mean, obviously there's tons of other tools, but these are just some of the ones that we've found that we use on a more regular basis, that have helped us either in the beginning or help us now. And instead of you having to search through a bunch of them, this is the way to make it easier for you guys. We will be putting links to basically everything that we've talked about in the comments. And then I will also add these to the YouTube description for when it goes live next week so that you guys have access to all of those links. Now, let you know that we do have some of them. There's like, I don't know, 4 or 5 maybe that have actual referral links to them. So just know that, some of the links are affiliate links. And if you choose to purchase or choose to sign up under those links, that we will make a commission from it. We just want to make sure that we put that out there right now. But we wouldn't be promoting it or saying that we liked it if we didn't, because who's got time for that nonsense, right?
Exactly.
And I just wanted to throw out there too, one of the programs that we are both affiliated with, that we've both sort of grown from. We're not necessarily promoting it anymore, but just that we've grown from and learned from and stuff like that, is Jonathan Montoya's marketing course. And he has a 72-hour challenge, which is pretty cheap to get into and see if it's the right type of program for you. The whole point of getting affiliate marketing or marketing education is to grow beyond your teachers, right? To go off and build your own thing, but it's something to get you started that you can learn from. So if you're really new, it might be something that you want to take a look at, and we'll drop that link down as well for you guys. Again, that is another affiliate link, just to be open and transparent on that. But the education is really in depth. Each session I found was very, to the point,
Yes.
no rambling backstories
No
for that.
backstory every time. Yeah.
No rambling backstories, no really high level information. It's actually quite in depth. So I found it to be a very useful education. So, at
Yeah.
any rate,
I agree.
so next week.
Burnout! And not the fun burnout with cars. How to avoid burnout as a content creator. We've all been through it. Even if you are doing what you love, you can burn yourself out. And so it's super, super important that we figure out how to pace ourselves for the long game.
Yeah. Because this is a long game. Whenever you get into, especially when you're a solopreneur, I mean, you're excited, you want to build out, but there's a lot involved. And every day you find there's something else you need to learn or something else you need to do. And before you know it, if you don't check yourself, you will wreck yourself. So that is just a fact of life, right?
Yes.
This is why I'm constantly telling Rose that it's okay to rest.
Call me out like that.
I will indeed. I know, because I burnt myself out. I burnt myself out to the point where for like a year and a half, all I could do was the absolute bare minimum of get up, go to work, come home. Like, because
Yeah.
I was burning that candle at both ends and in the middle too. Like, it was just, and that's how I just ran. And I ran like that for a few years. And then all of a sudden it was like, nope, can't do it anymore, crash.
Yeah.
And it started with a health issue, because that's what happens, right?
Yep.
You burn out, you get a health issue, and then all of a sudden you can't get back up again for a while. So instead of getting to that point, we're going to give you some helpful tips and tricks on how to not do that to yourself.
Yes, including mindset and being nice to yourself.
That's a big one. Yes.
That is a big one. That's the one I had to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that,
All right,
I think,
guys.
is it for today.
Yes.
All right. So if you found this helpful, please drop a comment. You share it. You can share it on
Sean,
Facebook,
thank you for the like.
share it on, YouTube, share it wherever you've seen it, to somebody that you think would be helpful. And always please subscribe, because if you hit that like and that subscribe and drop that comment, that really helps us, especially here on YouTube. Just to really get our content out there. We're here for you, right? We don't get paid to do this. We do this because we love you and we want you to succeed. So,
Yes.
show us a little love back. We appreciate it. If there's anything that you would like us to talk about that we have not covered, again, drop it in the comments. Let us know, because we're here again for you. All right. So happy Friday, everyone.
Bye,
That's it.
guys.
That's all.
That's a wrap.
Bye.